is for Palestine, Ramallah, West Bank, Gaza.
Hello, I'm Williamson. I'm Palestine. I like the struggle to liberate Palestine, the Zionist entities and daily brutality. Those who have a ambition to make the great Israel. This episode of Palestine Declared will delve into the time that Trump's vaulted on his election promise to be peace president. During 13 months of his inauguration, he's tried to into chaos after coming to Israel. Could spiral to a third world war. So why did Trump submit to this situation? Was it by the frustration of his advisors? Was Trump compromised by Tories PR Jeffrey Epstein? Questions are Peace Academy spotlights the key Zionist influence.
Trump's praise and American foreign policy, sidelining broader imperial goals in favor of the agenda. Donald Trump is U.S. strike on Iran by citing
the situation in the United States, based on what Steve, Jared, and me and others were telling me, so involved. I thought that they were going to attack us. At the time, I think they had in mind.
Trust the form a network deeply embedded in Zionism, blending Jewish Zionists with Jewish forces of the settler colony. Caruso, a non-American who has long identity to AJ political report, opposes BDS back the UNB in Jerusalem and supported anti-BDS legislation. It's funded from pro-life like Norman Raymond, this line.
State of Israel.
Christian Zionist Hegseth robustly Israel. The Constitution declares Christian support for the Zionist regime. His church rights to reconstruction is logical Zionism. Traditional ardent Zionist shapes Trump's race and family seated. He authored the Accord formalizing between Zionists and Arab states. Zionist is evident in advocacy. Steve Witkoff, a Jewish real estate mogul, supports Netanyahu and column profiles. He negotiated with Trump, ignoring Shabbat to push agendas. These illustrate Zionist penetration into U.S. Maximum also highlighted Trump Islamic Revolution orchestrated in 2024. Blumen supported coordination with Israel despite evidence. Trump publicly linked U.S. intelligence briefings, CIA judges, IRGC members, even without allegations dangling like a sword of Damocles over his appears the Zionism's plaything. Of the U.S. of power in itself, Zionist ambitions go much further than greater Israel as they push towards becoming an empire. Netanyahu, in his part, described his view that the Zionist entity is becoming, in many respects, global power.
We become a regional power and global superpower. We have the power to push and ensure
the co-lecturer on what his leading scholar, David Miller. David also Research Fellow at Centre for Islam Global at Graham University. He's a journalist, global affairs analyst, and the independent news and analysis website editor. News, which is one of Britain's media outlets, and a spoken advocate. Patrick, who is it being manipulated by in your opinion?
Mr. President Trump, it's much a case that led. We have to what the co-chair, the intelligence expert, and not also everybody do, is that they assemble information around the president, which they believe the president wants to see. They insist that this is genuine intelligence, even if some coming from Israel, and settle that on the president and tell him it's a very tight chamber around the president, and he's completely insulated from reality. And so he functionally illiterate. He read, but he doesn't read. He relies on whispers in his ear from his advisors, and so he makes policy decisions based on that. So it really, a very small number of people have total control of the president, and by extension, total control over U.S. policy, even U.S. action. Because remember, Congress and Senate are cut out of the process completely. This is an executive branch that's waging war on it by means of a foreign lobby.
Well, David, how do you think we should interpret Trump here?
Well, it's always very difficult, I think, to understand what can be on the head of someone like Trump, like former Prime Minister Johnson. This kind of deep intelligence burning up eyes. This kind of manifesto ridiculous. Look, in this case, it's really easily lied to by his close, wasn't it? Appeared with the notion the IRC was trying to take it, or he say that he's been misled in order that he can excuse himself. When you know this is a lie, either of those ideal way for him to approach being president. Sure, I guess we do first, but it's difficult to tell, but really the way in which this is operating, and he's going to suffer as a result in popularity.
Patrick, it's worth mentioning that all of Trump's closest advisors are hardline Zionists, aren't they?
The reason Trump's close advisors are hardcore is really supportive because every single one of them practically was groomed by Israeli lobby. In fact, the Israeli lobby short the cabinet selection. They're all from Congress and Senate, all the ones for national security and foreign policy. John Ratcliffe, director, he's taken from the House of Representatives. He's been by the lobby since he ran for Congress. Mike Waltz, now former national security advisor, now an ambassador. Marco Rubio, Congress, by the Israeli lobby, financed billionaires. On Stephen Miller, his advisor, same thing. Didn't serve as Congress person, but he is installed by the lobby to be next to President Trump. Pete Hegseth, he's the defense secretary of Fox Weekend News. Fox Weekend not qualified to be Fox News Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff, his son-in-law, friend, family, didn't swear enough working for the Senate. I mean, it's assembled the president of the United States.
Would you say that Jared Kushner is the most influential foreign advisor in our report?
So, I mean, Kickoff is clearly Kushner, of course, is a family member. He doesn't have any formal role or position in the House. Trump was forced to say that he would not give a position in the administration. Nevertheless, brokering deals, working the airports, overseeing billion investment in the Saudi sovereign weapons, particularly board for peace. He is Trump's handler, and of course that is a way of thinking about this that has taken over, if you like, the kind of role Jeffrey Epstein used to be in relation to leading Zionist figures. Probably in the time you'll see that he was being run effectively by Kushner, and we'll find out how Kushner got into it. But we know that Kushner, political ultra entity, for many years. He attends or synagogue in Washington, wife convert, and so what we see is more the sort of takeover the Trump to Zionism.
Yes, it seems like Patrick, I mean, to me that Trump's been convinced that the IRGC are out again. I mean, I think it's is that another one of those fantasies?
Well, Trump's, but the fancy that's been injected into his head by advisors, people we previously mentioned, community that is absolutely accepting whatever Israel is putting in its desk. So now, well, no, look at the testimony of Joe Kennett, who just as a counterterrorism director of the DNI. He said Israel stovepipe half into the U.S. system, the back door, and the result is we're going to get the president believing things like this Iranian assassination plan. A used car from New Jersey to assassinate. I mean, it's endless.
David, can you refer to the US-led international coalition that Israel joined your supply chain to develop as a global superpower? It's really happening.
The of course, I think it to the term I was, which is past he wanted this entity to be a world leader in AI, and he even said a few weeks ago, 10 years ago, we'd be third in the world in this area. Number two, leaders in this aspect of development of really not just this terms, but in terms of the in Palestine. But the other thing that he said just the other day, that famous broadcast which have been more regarded as being is becoming superpower. Now that, of course, what they intend, not just be great Israel, they want to take the whole of the world, which is why they've spent so long trying to influence the US power structures.
Yes.
The crucial bit of this question is that they face significant opposition from what I would call the third republic, i.e. the Republic of Iran. And Iran is winning, therefore, the otherwise, Iran doesn't win it well.
Last line of effect for David, but which looks like infiltrated
How were the Zionists able to create and capture the U.S. and
30 years, James in the United States Intelligence. He retired at the end of 1975. He was head of counterespionage of the CIA.
Architect of the infiltration was James G. Angleton, who was CIA counterintelligence chief from 1954 to 1974, forged unbreakable ties between U.S. intelligence and the Zionist entity. From 1951, he was the CIA liaison with Mossad and Jihad. Meir Amit, that director between 1963 and 1968, who was instrumental in cementing the Mossad-CIA relationship, described Angleton as the biggest Zionist of the lot. He viewed Angleton as a personal friend and foundational figure in the penetration of the intelligence system. Former Chairman Manor, who hosted Angleton to the colony in 1992, described how he was able to persuade Angleton that the Zionists were not potential communist agents and he was firmly in their camp. Jefferson Morley wrote in his biography of Angleton was a leading of America's strategic relationship with Israel that endures and dominates the region to this day. Angleton facilitated the Zionist nuclear arsenal, huge quantities of highly enriched uranium Zionist owned New Pennsylvania, which was run by Salman Shapiro. It was Zionist intelligence asset. Angleton reportedly hindered efforts to thoroughly investigate theft and failed to U.S. intelligence showing that Dimona was likely producing highly enriched uranium. Another key element of Zionist penetration in the West after 9/11, said, ruined the Pentagon had retired Colonel Lawrence Whitfield.
Take over the Pentagon in 2000. The Pentagon was infiltrated by Mossad, not need any identification for the rumors. Went upstairs to Douglas Fife, the Undersecretary for Policy, the third most powerful man in the Defense Department. Occasionally, went to the second most powerful man, Paul Wolf, Deputy Secretary of Defense. And the Pentagon, Donald Rumsfeld, the Secretary, that's my boss one time. Well, I don't know. Most does.
Leading commentators affirm conservatives to 2003 Iraq invasion for the settler colonies' benefit. John Mearsheimer and Stephen Walt argued in their small essay the lobby pushed regime change to reorder the Middle East with compliance states. Former CIA officer Jerry Alcohol cited the lopsided U.S. attack. The regime received near total access to its allies ruthlessly.
Give them 99% of defense secrets. He said, exactly. There's a deal. 1%.
In the 1970s, Israeli White House phones era under Trump stepped near the White House cell towers Mossad by FBI firms. These are not the actions of an ally, but of a hostile foreign power.
Yeah, James G. Angleton, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, really figure this, and that's a story of him going to Poland in 1952, first being genuinely believed that the problem with Israel was that the Zionists would state were possible communist agents. And once he understood that they weren't communists, that they were supporters of the support of the US, he was okay with them. That mark into compromising the intelligence services, as his biographer says, that was a key element of the relationship between the and the Mossad to this day.
yeah, absolutely. I think, known in the US as the theft of uranium by the Zionists.
story is not well. There's some good disclosures from the National Security Archive of University. We have bits and pieces of the story, but the Newman affair in general, whereby it's the figure in that 1960 affair. Weapons grade material smuggled into Israel. And it had a three-way deal between France, Israel, and from the U.S. France provided the plant and for nuclear some of the weapons material for that. So triad, US, Israel, and France, which happened during the 1960s, was a different moment. But it gave Israel the ability to leverage or blackmail and the U.S. itself and the supposed ally reprisal weapons in Egypt, or the case to this day, secret, illegal.
That was a surprisingly mission by Mossad taking over the after 9/11.
Yeah, it's perfectly clear that what happened. You've got to look at this as two elements. On the one side, the Mossad hanging out in around entries, etc. On the other side, that was the case because the conservatives under George Bush had taken over national security apparatus of people who were mentioned there. It was five both of whom were genocidal violence. But who went along with the kind of politics they had. He went along with the invasion, which was their key objective after 9/11 was to invade 7 countries in 5 years. They didn't launch the seventh country.
Yes, absolutely. Well, Patrick, what do you think Mossad bugged the US? Even the US president, and what's he doing about it?
Assumed that Israel or Mossad was going to try bug U.S. White House, etc. Look at the track record. The track record we know just over the years that the Clinton administration scandal was effectively blackmailing the Clinton administration. How did Israel handle this? And that talk about the FBI scandal, the late 1900s, where the FBI did Israeli hiring in Washington, D.C., and Israel's aggressive in its espionage, black on U.S. against U.S. officials, and very well public track record.
You talk about the institution. Just explain what you
So the Conservatives are famous by their politicians as being liberals who are actually the political trajectory which they went on was much longer from being liberals to being conservatives. It was from the socialists, I mean, the neocons were in the 1930s were Trotskyists who were recruited by the CIA, who come from Europe and worked for the CIA. What happened was that over the decades, they moved politically from to and past the CIA in conservatives, and that which took over national security apparatus in total by 2003.
That's all time for today. So, Henningsen. Show on X. Well, you'll be finding more of our content. To join us again on Palestine media. Until then, this is the same.